Hey, what's up guys? My name is Shane and today I'm going to be making a video reacting to my old girl photos. So it's been less than a year since I've come out as female to male transgender. I'm 20 years old. I'm going to be 21 in March. It really hasn't been that long of a time since I, was considered a girl in society. Also, if you hear like noises in the background or whatever, it's because I live in a city and there's often sirens and shit in the background, so I'm sorry about that. So some of these photos are going to be a little recent. For those of you who are new to my channel, you might not have been able to, see what I looked like back when I was a girl, but there are also a lot of photos that I just haven't really shared with anyone other than probably my close friends. I've seen a lot of other trans YouTubers doing this kind of thing, and I think it's kind of fun. Yeah, I got my computer up here. I have a lot of photos that I just haven't really looked at in a while, and I'm just going to expose myself for all of you because, at the same time, even though I am kind of exposing myself, I feel like it also is validating because I can look at these photos and be like, okay, I looked like a girl back then, but now I actually look like me. So I think that's another reason why a lot of people do this kind of thing. Okay, so we're gonna start with the oldest photos that I have, which are from 2011. So I think I was probably 13. So right here we got, this is me, this is my sister, and this is my brother, and as you can see, I wasn't really one of those trans people who grew up just automatically knowing that they were trans. For me, it took a long time to, I guess, understand what was going on with my whole gender and whatever. At this time I hadn't even come out as lesbian, which I was considered myself lesbian for about, I think, 4 years of my life. But that's because I was only in 7th grade. I wasn't really worried about that. I was just, being a little 7th grader. And of course I have the emo hair, as you can see, just covering my face. Cute. Can we just talk about my eyebrows? I feel like my eyebrows, even though they're still pretty thick, I feel like they've glowed up a little bit because I just I had no idea what I was doing with my eyebrows, and taking care of your eyebrows is not just a feminine thing. So we got more pictures from that. Oh my god, that's bad. So again, this is my brother and sister and me, and I would put my hair up a lot of times, but I always had these kind of side bangs that would just hang and kind of make me look like a berries and cream commercial looking ass guy. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about.
Berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream.
But yeah, it just essentially was not a good look. So this is my sister and I at McDonald's, which is kind of funny because a few years after this picture was taken, I actually worked at McDonald's for 2 years at that very same McDonald's. And honestly, when I look at these pictures, I don't really think that I look horrible. Of course, I think, ew, I was in middle school and I was greasy and gross or whatever, but I don't hate myself at that point because I didn't really know what I was doing, and I feel like at this point in my life, I was happy. I had not been really struggling with mental illness because that came later on in high school and stuff, and I was, pretty content with everything, all things considered. Okay, I actually take back everything I just said because of that picture right there. I don't even know why this picture was taken. I think I was about to go off to church camp or something because yes, I used to be Mormon, and that's just for another video. But yeah, I think the thing that bothers me the most about this picture is my boobs. I guess you could say that I was kind of a early bloomer when it came to puberty and stuff like that. I think I got my first menstrual cycle when I was probably 11, which I think that's on the earlier side. And then I developed tits way earlier than pretty much all of my friends, and I was just really self-conscious about it. And I didn't realize that it wasn't simply because I was really the only one who had them, to begin with, but I also just didn't want them at all because, surprise, surprise, I'm trans. This is me just, awkwardly, look at that stance, just awkwardly standing in front of the Starry Starry Night. But actually, going to the MoMA was cool. I do not regret that experience. And this right here is my favorite painting ever, actually, but I still look so awkward, and that really has not changed. After all these years, I am still excruciatingly awkward. And here I am, I'm literally wearing the exact same outfit, but this is a completely different day, and that just goes to show what my wardrobe was at the time. I think I only wore Aeropostale or American Eagle apparel, and that's it. This is another one of me and my sister, and the tits, they trigger me. They trigger me. So glad I got those removed, and I'm people always try to get under my skin by commenting oh, you're gonna regret this or whatever, you're gonna regret getting surgery and going on hormones and all this stuff, and I'm actually, no. I can't even imagine what I would be right now if I just hadn't gotten top surgery yet. I am 100% not gonna regret it. I can guarantee you. Okay, this is a pretty heinous one. I don't know what my hair was doing. Like, I would put my hair up in like a bun or something, and I would just always have these flyaway hairs that were just really just broken hairs, because I would always try to straighten my hair every single day for whatever reason. It was mostly because my mom like showed me that, oh, you look prettier when your hair is straight, so I did it like every day in middle school. Honestly, okay, I think this one's not too bad. It's just like, to me, it's not even looking at me, it's like looking at like a sister or something. Like, it doesn't even seem like that person right there is me. This, honestly, this is still a mood. Like, to this day, still a mood. This is one of my attempts at being girly, I think. I think I was like trying this on at the mall or something, and I never ever wore this kind of stuff like just on my own, but all my friends were doing it. I remember I was with my friends that day, and they were all trying on those kind of dresses and stuff, so I wanted to fit in, of course. I don't really know what to say about this one. It's really low quality, and it's just, yeah, okay. I didn't really actually go through an emo stage, but my mom was really obsessed with like the whole scene girl haircut and whatever, and so she told the hairdresser to cut my hair like a scene girl, and then my mom like just like put on some makeup to make me look like a emo whatever, and so that's the result of these two pictures. Again, with the American Eagle shirt, and then we have a Gap sweatshirt for a change. Like, usually I wear the same American Eagle sweatshirt, but yeah, I don't know. I just look at this picture and I'm like, what were my eyebrows? Where are they? I don't see them. I don't see those eyebrows. Here's another one of me and my sister, and I'm like, the eyebrows, like, still. I just went through a phase where they were non-existent, and I'm really glad that they have grown back. I think this was probably my sophomore or junior year of high school. I was about 16, and I was Alex Voss for Halloween, and I thought that I was hot shit. I kind of, like, at this point, I had already, come out as lesbian and everything, so I was like being the whole baby gay. Like, I don't know if you guys know that term. Basically, it's just like when somebody first comes out as being gay, they're like, basically, that's all that their personality is for a little while, and it's just like, I don't really have a problem when people do that, as long as it's just not really like too annoying, I guess, because like when I see people like that, I'm like, okay, well, I was like that at one point too. So, and this is when I started like, experimenting more with my style. Like, I started wearing more masculine clothing and stuff, and as you can see, you can't really tell in this picture, but I did have half of my head shaved. It was a weird look. I kind of looked like Sombra from Overwatch, but that was just like, the beginning of me veering away from like, being stereotypically feminine. And I think this was when I was 16 too. That's not really a bad picture. Like, there are much worse. Like this one. I had to say it. Like, this is probably one of the worst pictures of me as a girl, because I had no eyebrows. I was wearing that suit, but I mean, I wasn't actually wearing that. It was just for like a band concert or something, but still, it was just, I looked bad. And here you can see again, like, I'm experimenting with my style and stuff, like wearing the snapbacks and just like looking like the hugest raging lesbian ever. I'm so glad that I'm not in my snapback wearing phase anymore. Like, I still have a couple, but I rarely wear them because I feel like they make my head look too small, and I don't know, I get like dysphoric when I wear them for some reason. Always like people on like Instagram or whatever, they're like, oh, like you look better as a girl or whatever, and I'm like, okay, yeah, like I know what these people are saying, but it's not a compliment. Just because I might have looked good to you as a girl doesn't mean that I am not a guy anymore. And this is when I first cut my hair. Aw, it looks so cute. Good times. Just that washed out face, so you couldn't really even see me. I think this was Christmas of 2015. But as you can see, I was really trying to be feminine. I even got some lipstick going on there. Like, look at that. Here's another picture from after I cut my hair, and I'm just like getting more and more stereotypically masculine and kind of like butch lesbian-y. This was my junior prom. I was getting ready for prom, and I forced myself to wear heels, and it was horrible. I think I stepped in there, wore heels, and then took them off after like 2 minutes. But I did wear a dress to prom, both my junior and senior year, even though my senior year I didn't want to, but I didn't really know how to go about wearing like a suit or anything, so I just got a dress because it was easier. So yeah, this is the finished product of my junior prom. I look uncomfortable, to say the least. Gonna move on. And this was when I first started questioning my gender. I remember specifically, I was at like a program for film students over the summer, going into my senior year, and that's when my hair was short, and that's when I bought my first binder. Like I said in my last video, if you haven't watched it, I'll put it in the description, but I didn't really want to address the whole gender thing for a little while because I just wasn't ready, so I still called myself a girl. So even though I had cut my hair short, this is getting into 2016, I think I was probably like 18 now, so I cut my hair short, but I just like, I felt felt like I needed to be more feminine because people were giving me criticism for being masculine and having short hair and dressing like a guy. So, but like, even though I grew out my hair, like I still look like a dude. Like, I don't even know who I was trying to kid. Like, I remember this shirt. I was wearing a binder underneath it because I just hated having a chest, and I have a snapback on. I look like a literal skater boy. So like, it doesn't matter what length your hair is, really. Like, look at that. Come on. And this was my graduation, so, you know, trying to be very feminine. I was wearing a dress. I wasn't wearing heels, but, you know, I had makeup on, all that jazz. I'd gotten my hair cut a little bit here, so, like, it wasn't, you know, the surfer dude kind of look. I love how, like, I look so feminine and, like, you know, wholesome, but then I have, like, huge gauges. Like, I don't have gauges anymore because, I wasn't really digging them anymore, but. And then, right after graduation, I cut my hair again because I was like, fuck that. I remember how I was Alex from Orange is the New Black back in junior year. Well, senior year, I decided to be Stella from Orange is the New Black because, you know, I looked more like a lesbian. I would actually get mistaken for a guy at McDonald's all the time, and people would be like, oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. And I'd be like, you know, I kind of liked when you called me a boy. It got like shoulder length at this point. And then I buzzed it. I did this like 3 times. Like, I would be like, okay, I'm gonna grow up my hair and it's gonna be pretty and I'm gonna be a pretty girl. And then like it got to a certain point where I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't, and I need to shave it all off. So I did. Honestly, I didn't look that bad with the buzzed head. But yeah, so I just thought I would take a little trip down memory lane, look at some old photos, and appreciate where I've come. Hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.